Good afternoon, sir.
Who are you?
My name is James Rigby. I'm here in response to your advertisement.
You've arrived at the wrong time. Come back tomorrow at noon, but arrive at noon exactly. If you are here early, I will not answer the door. If you are late, I will not bother to invite you in.
Very good, sir. I'll be here at noon exactly.
It's open! Oh, it's you.
Oh, were you expecting someone else, sir?
No. Well, don't just stand there gaping like an imbecile. Sit. Sit.
How's your tea, sir?
Oh. It's not tea. It's an 1880 flintlock blunderbuss pistol. I've never used it myself, but since I'm uncertain of its owner, it might have very well been used on multiple occasions. I won it at an auction many years ago.
Won't you take a seat, sir?
No. Why do you want this job?
Well, I'm an anatomy student at the Royal Academy for Medical Science.
Yes, I understand that. That doesn't answer my question. Plenty of medical students seek apprenticeships and internships with professionals like myself.
Yes, of course, I understand, sir.
So, what makes you so special? Why do you want this job?
Well, Do you want to know the truth, sir?
Sure.
Your advertisement was not the first I came across. In fact, it was, with all due respect, my last choice. I'm afraid I have very competitive classmates. Anyway, I was a bit hesitant to come here yesterday because, frankly, I'm not very familiar with this part of London, and I avoid it when I can. But if you're willing to hire me, I will gladly take this job over no job at all. I see I've offended you. My apologies, truly. I hope you find someone more fitting than myself to fill the position.
Where are you going?
I'm leaving, sir.
No, you are not. Come back here. First, stop calling me sir. It's annoying and it's not my name. My name is Oliver.
Yes, of course. I realise that's your name.
Then refer to me by it. Second, I appreciate your honesty. It will come to good use in this business. Plus, this side of town is absolutely terrible, and you are right to speak ill of it. I've seen things that I can never unsee. So, what I'm trying to say is you're hired.
Thank you.
Yes, excuse me.
Who's he?
That's my assistant.
Your assistant?
Yes, hired him just now, in fact. James, don't just sit there like a bag of bones. Introduce yourself to Thomas.
Yes, of course. Hello, I'm James.
Why are you smiling like that?
It's nice to meet you.
Uh-huh. Where'd you find him?
I advertised.
Seems young.
Yes, I think it has something to do with the smiling.
Name's Thomas.
Thomas? That's nice. Thomas what?
I don't go by my first name, it's just Thomas.
Oh.
What?
It just seems, maybe, that if you were to go by one name only, it would be easier to go by your first name.
I've been telling him that for years.
I don't like him. Thinks he's smart, does he?
Thomas, please leave. You're annoying me.
Good day.
Who is Thomas, exactly?
Just an accomplice, you know.
An accomplice? Do you mean an acquaintance?
No,
He seems interesting.
he's not friendly. Never has been. Complains a lot too, but he does his job well. I would say come back tomorrow, but I'm afraid tomorrow won't do. I do believe there's an inquest this week. There always is.
What is...
I'll contact you and let you know when I need you because you will want to attend.
How will I...
I will contact you. You do not contact me. Never contact me without my permission. Now write down your address so I may send you a proper invitation when I need your assistance.
But I...
My word. Have you always had such a penchant for interruption? Oh, you are very eager. We will have to kill that. Now, come on. Let's see that address. Very good. You may leave.
Yes, sir. Oliver.
All right, everyone. I suppose we'll begin.
Hi, Thomas. Didn't know you were going to be here. So nice to see you.
You want something?
Is Oliver here? He said he would be.
He wrote this for you.
James, I had to take care of a little problem. Oliver.
This explains nothing. Okay.
All right. Apologies for the interruption. The deceased, a Miss Margaret Dill, a matchstick maker, was dragged out of the Thames River on Wednesday morning at approximately 8:10 a.m. The deceased had little to no decomposition at the site of discovery. First witness to the deceased is a fisherman who wishes to remain nameless. Relate the incident to the people, please.
Well, I was just doing my job as usual that morning when my hook snagged on something awful heavy. Took me a good amount of time to reel her in, but when I did, I saw I caught not a fish, but a lady.
Did it occur to you while you were trying to make your catch that this was an unusually large fish?
That might have run through my mind, yeah.
Yes.
Sorry, what did you say your name was?
You know my name, James.
No, him. At the stand.
He didn't say what his name was.
Right. Yeah, that's my point.
This is not the time for questions, James. I didn't ask for audience participation.
Right. Of course, my apologies.
Do you have any idea of the identity of the woman at hand?
No, sir, not all. Probably a whore, though. Just a guess, of course. The way she looks is all. What I mean is, she's got one of them faces.
That is an absurd accusation! Miss Dill was a proper lady!
Thank you, miss, for your intelligent input. All right. Next witness is a Mrs. Robert Pine. Mrs. Pine, please tell us what you witnessed Wednesday morning.
Pardon me. Allergy season, you know. I was out for a walk that morning along the river, like I do almost every morning. I recall the sky as overcast and grey as ever, with the water murky and black.
Mrs. Pine, excuse me, but if we could return to the narrative at hand.
Yes, of course. My apologies. When I walked past the riverfront that morning, I saw the fisherman struggling with the body of Miss Dill.
How so?
It appeared that he was lifting Miss Dill.
Was the fisherman lifting the body from out of the water?
Oh, I don't know. I was much too far away to tell.
What is your occupation, ma'am?
James! Are you daft?
I was simply wondering, because of the fact that she was walking along the Thames at 8 in the morning. It seems an odd time for a married woman to be wandering alone.
I don't recall her ever mentioning she was alone that morning.
If she weren't, it seems that would have been important to mention.
Were you alone that morning, Mrs. Pye?
Oh, yes, very much so. Of course, I wish I weren't, as it can be very risky indeed, what with all the...
Well, there you are, James. Now, did you know Miss Dill personally, Mrs. Pye?
Not very well, no. However, I do recall a conversation I had with her once. It must have been about last year this time, or perhaps it was last June.
James.
You may be seated, Mrs. Pye, thank you. Seeing as the coroner is now present, as secretary of the inquest, I will leave further responsibilities to him.
Most likely drowning.
Nothing about Miss Dill's body suggests a drowning.
Thank you, Thomas.
And the witnesses were less than helpful in reaching such a conclusion.
We're done here.
All right, everyone out. Watchmakers Union needs a room at 3 o'clock. Let's go. Come on, come on. Well done, Mr. Cross. This ain't as usual.
Of course.
Excuse me,
I've just read your latest in the cautionary, Mr. Thompson. Your pieces are always so intriguing.
Mr. Thompson.
Yes. Well, I do my best.
Well, I'm off to the pub for a little break. Be seeing you soon, I hope.
Hello?
Hi, I didn't know you were a writer.
Out of necessity.
James, I apologize for my late arrival. I seem to have had a bit of an unexpected problem this morning. There was a rat in my bush.
A rat in your bush?
Yes, the bush right in front of my house.
I didn't realize rats were so intrusive to business.
Yes, well, it mightn't have been a rat. Perhaps it was a raccoon or some other rodent of sorts.
Raccoons aren't rodents. What kind of a coroner are you, anyway?
That's a fair question.